to the other stream after this? Oh, so top 5 is gonna be on that stream? You guys are in top 8.
All right, here we go. SlipNSlide versus Toothpic.
Luigi versus Dedede. Looking pretty one-sided so far, but I mean that's
So
to be
far,
expected
yes.
with Jairus. I mean,
That is actually pretty much what I've seen. People either know how to fight him or they don't.
can't quite push him away with that forward tilt.
He just uses those wave dashes to get in. He shields again, and he slowly gets stage control.
Trying to get some stage control of its own.
SlipNSlide still isn't. Oh, there, first hit of the stock. All right, Miles just left us, but we're being joined by Spooky J.
Uh-oh. Is it supposed to be silent?
No, you should hear me.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. So, this match. What do you think of this match?
So far it's looked pretty one-sided, you know, and that we were just actually talking about that. People seem to either know how to fight SlipNSlide or they don't, and I think that's really what this is coming down to.
It's interesting because the matchup is hold on, I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. Like Dedede can really edge guard well. He just has to be precise when he goes deep, right? Oh, okay. There you go.
There we go. That was a good ledge hug.
Yeah.
And that might that's close to evening it out here.
So the great thing, so the other thing is that Dedede, all of his moves, like his hammers, are so disjointed that it's something to contest like this Nair stuff. The only thing is that Luigi is getting on top of Dedede, and he can't get him off.
Yeah. And that's actually something else we were talking about too. Dedede was pretty successfully edge guarding Luigi, but Luigi would just get on the edge and wave dash into shield. So he's got a sliding shield toward his opponent, slowly gaining stage control until he has enough that he can do something with it and then turn it around on Dedede, even in a situation that should have been advantageous for him.
All right, rough spot for him, and the missed tech, but there was barely any frames to get that tech. Okay, wave dash, turn around, up tilt, I think. That's wonky, but
And that's
whatever.
actually something that's advantageous for Dedede here, is he's going to die at a much higher percent than Luigi will, unless Luigi can get, you know, the FB sweep.
Yeah. This is really clever spacing from SNS. You'll see him. Well, he starts off with the grab just to get him out of that, like help build that crouch cancel percent, you know. And then he starts like kind of crossing him up so no shield grabs because Dedede can put Luigi in a really bad spot with
It's interesting
grabs.
too, when he's under the stage, he takes shelter just ever so slightly under the stage, only retreating back in order to get his ledge grab.
A little bit rough. He hasn't found an answer for the fireball from the ledge yet, but I mean it's Dedede. Dedede has not the fastest options. Okay, I like that.
That was a good back air.
That's very solid. Just, nothing too crazy. And the
And
judo
an
chop.
unceremonious end to the set there, or to the game. First point goes to SlipNSlide.
So, all right, smart move, taking out Dreamland because DDD loves that. Yeah, I don't know what he possibly. Well, like Final Destination is also a possibility, but okay, he's going here. He wants
They're
a
going to
smaller
Green Hill.
stage.
That's pretty smart actually, because I think Dedede can hit hard and he can hit far, and so if he's got a smaller stage, I think that might be an advantage for him. Because this actually has a high ceiling, and Luigi's strong thing is the up B. So
Yeah. Well, it's tricky because like DDD's forward air and forward tilt, all this stuff. There's not much, like not a lot of room you can run away from it on this stage as Luigi. So Luigi just has to make sure when he's on top of DDD, that's big money. You're gonna get that kill. So he's keeping it safe. Luigi is having trouble. All right, so I spoke too soon. Approaching down B. Zero special.
and see, and that's the downside to this stage, even for Dedede, is E goes off, and something he could have maybe lived from with good DI, he's just off the left boundary.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. DDD, the playstyle is like traditionally it's very campy, very air campy, very like approach, like making people approach in the air, which is kind of rough for Luigi, especially with his slow airspeed. Okay, I like what the attempt was. It was like trying to put him into a really weird spot, but
It always looks to me when SlipNSlide's been recovering, he's trying to scare him off the ledge. He doesn't want him invincible on the ledge there because he needs to get that grab. And so if he can trick them into letting go any way he can, he'll do it. And so they'll think they have an advantage. And every time SlipNSlide seems to get that ledge.
yeah. The other thing about this stage is that so the wall allows Luigi to get either he can mix up his up B because of the little drift he gets from up B. So going for sweet spot or going onto stage is very ambiguous.
That is actually something that the Springs was considering a lot when they were trying to decide what stage list they'd be using. Walls were somewhat important to them, but they were more concerned about moving platforms, whereas Denver was more concerned about the different types of walls, be it like full walls, half walls, and so forth. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see how often walls come into play, even though it might seem like platforms are more obvious, you know.
There's some weird stuff. The walls allow a lot of characters different recoveries, safer recoveries. Spaceys can sweet spot easier.
EK kids
Yeah, they can sweet
just
spot
ride
easier.
straight up the wall.
And same thing with Luigi is that very vertical recovery, but he doesn't have to work like Battlefields is it's like there's one line and you
Right.
can go too far under or you could not go
And
far
if you
enough.
noticed, he would always adjust that on Battlefield. He would make sure he was under before he attempted. And this
Best
looks like it's
spot.
going to be it, unfortunately.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
And that's 2-0 SlipNSlide. And I think that puts us into top 8.